We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay, and so this is my drawing so far. I'm trying to work on the hair here, and I'm drawing from this to this, and I have a very hard time with hair. Well, it takes long, it's tedious, but white hair, drawing with pencil is really hard because you have to, it's just tricky. I'm having a hard time with it. You can see I kind of got it here a bit. It's tricky because you have to, you're kind of drawing in more the shading in between the white hair strands instead of the hair itself, which is what I'm doing here, which I think I'm going to erase and start over. Ugh. Yeah, I have to work on it here. I'm just... artist problems. So this is 10 hours of work so far into my pencil portrait of Stan Lee, and I'm just working on the hands right now mainly. It's a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. There's a lot of shading, a lot of lines, a lot of spots, hair. There's a lot of details to be done with this. I don't think I'm going to be able to get most of the hair. It's just going to be too much. And yeah, I can foresee this being about another 2 hours to go to completion. So yeah. But I'm happy with it so far. So right now I'm just finishing up this portrait, and I'm just going over the details right now and trying to make sure everything's got hair on me. Like right here, just going over stuff that's not totally filled in. Right now I'm using my 5B pencil, which is actually pretty dark. So I'm going over things right now that are dark, like, okay, like right here, I need to add a little bit more into the hair to add some depth to it. Just doing little finishing touches right now on this. And yeah, I want to get this done. Yeah, this can sometimes be time consuming though, because it's just going over all the fine details. And sometimes I may miss an area, or like it just doesn't look right. Like here, I just want to shade a little more. It looks kind of faded, probably from rubbing up against it. Well, you can see as I'm working, my hands moving around, and then sometimes I might kind of rub the pencil a little bit too much, and then I have to go over it again. Well, that's part of working with pencil, but it's one of my favorite mediums. I don't know, I just like working with pencils. And yeah, so these are my pencils, Mars Lithograph pencils, and love them. They're really high quality. They're not like too expensive. They don't like break the bank kind of thing, but they're not cheap, of course. Like I only use these for drawing, they're not for writing. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done on this. I'm just, I can show some of the detail now. I'll just zoom in of this here so you can see. I've just been kind of going over, and I think it's done. It's hard to say when my artwork is done. It's like I'll think it's done and then I'll add to it, fix up some shading, do something. Yeah, so I don't know. And with this, the kind of style I do when I do realism, I don't try to make it look exactly like the portrait. I like to, I don't know, like you can see I do, it's very evident the strokes. I like to make some of it where you can't really see the strokes very much, where it's really blended in, and I like to have some parts where you can see very obvious strokes, like even in the glasses here you can see some, I went over and did some strokes downwards over the actual shading. I like to kind of, I don't know, just it's just how I like to draw, so that it's like kind of realism, but it kind of crosses a little bit with, like, I guess the like a comic book kind of style. And yeah, but that's my style. When I do pencil drawings, it's just kind of how I like to do it. And yeah, I think this is done, so I'm happy. This is, I think, one of my best pencil portraits so far. It was a lot of work. If you look, like, there's just so many details, from like all of the little lines and wrinkles to like the glasses, the reflection in the glasses, to every little hair, like even on his hands. Like there's some hairs and lines and spots, and oh, this was just such a detailed drawing. But yeah, I think it's done. Looks like Stan Lee, so yep, right on.